Hello. It has been quite some time since I've done one of these food for thoughts, and I go in seasons, right? There's seasons where I'm inspired to do certain things, and there's seasons when I'm expired to do other things. Always expressing, always creating, but in different forms. And anyway, different seasons require different things of us. So here I am again with some food for thought. And I really want to just talk about seasons and rhythms and ebbs and flows and the way life follows a divine pattern. There's just such a divine order at play, and it's such a beautiful thing whenever you can see it play out. And some people see it play out cosmically when studying astrology or just feeling more in tune to the planetary shifts. And there's some people who study it and follow it more through nature and nature's rhythms. And there's different sciences based on these patterns and this divine law that God designs things with. And yeah, so patterns, we all follow patterns. If you are living, if you are a living entity, you follow a pattern, you follow a divine order. And I love watching this divine order play out through nature. I feel it, I'm connected to it, also connected with the planets. I mean, it's part of nature, but I feel more connected with like the physical, tangible experience of the five natural elements and how they move and flow through my body. And so I really, really love Ayurveda. It that is the path that opened me up to nature. You know, I found God through Ayurveda. I mean, I'll just be honest. Like, I knew the concept of him, but always felt it, God, whatever, always felt that idea was outside of me. And yeah, it's outside of me through nature, but it's also inside of me through nature. And Ayurveda kind of weaved that in. So we're in a season of transition right now. Like it is October, not October, September 16th, 2025, and we are in eclipse season. And so if you love to follow the planets and astrology, like you'll know what I mean and the energies that I'm talking about when I say eclipse season. And if you're not familiar with that, that's okay. You are familiar with autumn, fall. You are definitely familiar, if you just think about it, with how you feel in different seasons, how your body does different things, requires different things, expresses itself in different ways in different seasons. And so right now we are going into the season of darkness, essentially. In eclipse season, there is a lot of darkness, and it is through the darkness that the light is illuminated. And naturally, in nature, we are going into the darkness of winter as we approach the fall equinox. Our days are going to be getting shorter and darker. And so there's a sense of drawing in. We'll start seeing the trees lose their leaves. So all of the energy that's been branching out during summer is going to start slowly drawing its energy back into its core, its trunk, and the leaves are going to fall. And then from its trunk, it's going to descend down back into the roots of the earth. And yeah, essentially offer itself, die, and offer itself as nourishment for new life. And so here we go, down into our own internal darkness to let die what needs to die, let go of what needs to be shed and released. And so we are descending. And within that energy, it's destabilizing, and it destabilizes humans. it destabilizes structures, because I mean, the structures that society is built on is all an illusion anyway, but that's another tangent. But it's very destabilizing. And people do irrational things. Things begin to surface and to get stirred, and people start communicating and sharing their opinions and actions and reactions, and there's a lot of activity and there's a lot going on. And this is the season for it. This is the season for it. And so I want to say our job, our journey, the reason why we're here, the way we bring heaven down to earth, is being able to hold the darkness and hold the lightness all at the same time. Be able to let our energies descend and be able to let go and experience the pain and the discomfort and the grief, and experience it as suffering for a moment if you need to, in the letting go, and being okay with it, because knowing that it's just part of the process and it's what nature does. Yeah, so if you are seeing the darkness, feeling the darkness, the heaviness, the destabilization of what is happening collectively all over the world, and then also in our families and in our communities, and even deeper in our internal dialogue and our internal awareness. It's all here for a reason. But may this season of fall be a moment where you allow your energy to come away from the branching out, and you draw all of your energy back into your body, and connecting with the wisdom of your body, its intelligence, and knowing and trusting that it knows how to let go. It knows how to let go, because it knows, its deeper intelligence knows that whatever you are letting go right now is going to become nourishment for new growth, for new life. And these things that may require to be released may be emotional, may be relational, may be physical, and allowing it to show up, and praying a prayer of yourself of ease and grace, because it doesn't have to be so dramatic. That's something that I have to remind myself a lot of, is like, I expect the letting go to hurt, even though it might, but it could be a letting go in softness. It may just be, I just need to let myself cry. It might just be, I just need to write it out on a piece of paper. My favorite is, I need to light a candle and just stare at a flame. And I just stare at the flame, and I just see how the flame illuminates the darkness. And I remember that that flame is me, and I am that flame. So even if I am sitting in darkness, I am that flame, and I am okay. I can always see, because I am the flame. And so that's one of the practices that I really, really, really enjoy, to bring myself into present, to draw all of my branching out energy that was necessary during the summer and so fun, but drawing it all back in and letting what is ready to go, go, so it can become nourishment for something beautiful, a harvest, maybe something next year. So, what else? Is that it? Yeah. Maybe this will be the season where I show up here more and I just talk about the energy, but we are in Vata season, so maybe I'll just keep showing up and talk about Vata and what that means if you don't know what that means. But I love Ayurveda. I love connecting it to people's life and making it really applicable and embodied. So, a way that we can actually experience and feel and sensualize our existence through science. I love it all. Spirituality meets science is some of my favorite stuff to talk about. Anyway, there's a cleanse coming up. It's going to be before Thanksgiving. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I'll link it down in here. And until then, you can catch me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, but sending you all the love. I also have one more spot for one-on-ones. So if someone wants to learn how to apply the wisdom of Ayurveda to their life, I'd love to do it. And anyway, until next time, bye.